right now on Earwolf. With the crew quarantined from a psychedelic space spore, everyone is handling isolation in their own way on a new voyage to the stars. For more, follow @Earwolf on social media. Happy listening.
You like podcasts, right? Whether you listen occasionally or can't get through your day without them, there's a great app you need to try. It's called Stitcher. Stitcher is a free app for iOS and Android that's really easy to use, from classic favorites to new hit shows from Oprah and Conan O'Brien, as well as the best of true crime like Serial and My Favorite Murder. Stitcher is home to all your favorite podcasts. Visit Stitcher.com to download Stitcher for free today.
Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack be looking low-key thick. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang. Thank you to Porg Fucker for that catchphrase submission.
No.
Yes.
What a 1-2 punch.
Unfortunately, it is. And Porg Fucker is the name. Welcome to Comedy Bang Bang for another week. The end of May, when young men's thoughts turn to flights of fancy. Spring has definitely sprung, and it is no exception in 2020. Spring is happening, and it is certainly springing. And we have a wonderful show coming up. By the way, my name is Scott Aukerman. I'm the host of Comedy Bang Bang. I have been for over 11 years at this point. And although probably under 11 if you count the actual times I've hosted without a guest host.
Oh,
but,
great joke.
That's not really a joke, Ben.
Keep going. You already nailed it. Don't go
Why
back.
don't you get close to that microphone, Ben? What do you say?
Because then I have to bend like this. I stand here.
Then you have to bend like this? What are you bending like, if you had to describe
Beckham, baby!
Beckham,
Ladies and gentlemen, that's
baby!
Scott Aukerman! Congratulations on the 11 great years.
Thank you so much. I am Scott Aukerman, but coming up a little later, we'll hear from these folks who have been talking, but we also have a couple of people who are in custodial services. That's interesting to hear from them during this odd time in our nation's history. And we also have someone who's in marketing, so that will be very interesting to talk to them. I wonder what they're marketing. That will be great. But before we turn to them, why don't we stay within the field of entertainment? And I guess I'm including myself in that when I say stay within that field.
Great, two for two.
They are. When you think of the show Space Force, which is coming out this Friday on Netflix, streaming all episodes this Friday, you think of the cast members Steve Carell, Jane Lynch, John Malkovich. And instead we have two other people.
Yeah, you could. There's a lot more. And Jane Lynch is, I guess, a guest star, but keep going.
You could name a few before you get to us.
Yeah, we're going to figure out exactly where on the call sheet they land.
John Malkovich. Let's keep going while we're here. Who else is on there? Don
Jimmy
Lake.
O-Yang.
Jimmy O-Yang. Chris
Jessica
Gethard.
St. Clair.
Kaylin Olsen. There's like a series.
Jessica St. Clair is straddling Avenue 5 and Space Force?
Yes, and Veep. At the same time.
This is like someone who's able to be in Marvel movies and DC movies.
It's exactly like that. Good call.
This is incredible. And then getting all the way down to probably, if I had to guess, and I'm going to guess, Ben. By the way, Ben Schwartz is here. Hello, Ben.
Hey, how are you? Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you, Ben. You are. If I had to guess on the call sheet, you are.
Do a real guess.
And this is a real guess.
Okay, and make sure it's a real guess, yeah.
This is a real guess. This is me actually trying to handicap this.
Commensurate with his career and experience.
Right.
Yes. That's it. Thank you, Tony. That's correct.
Okay,
if you could think
bearing
of
in mind that you've starred in some movies recently, you were the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sure.
I'm going to guess 53.
53 is incorrect. 67.
67 on the call sheet.
Yeah, because we have these people that in the background of one of the scenes pretend to be cats. They don't have any lines, but they pretend to be cats from the musical Cats.
They're pretending to be cats from the movie Cats. Okay.
Oh, was there a movie?
Of course. Our old friend, the Rum Tum Tugger, was in that, I believe.
Oh, that's cool.
And speaking of the Rum Tum Tugger, she is a fan of all things musical theater. And if I had to guess where she lands on the call sheet, she's our old friend from Bajillion Dollar Properties. Tawny Newsome is here.
Yeah.
Brockmire, mind you.
Brockmire, yeah. Bearing in mind the recent Brockmire experience, I'm going to guess 3.
Weird. I'm actually number 1.
What?
It's so weird.
Carell is under you?
He asked, he was like, Carell's the nicest guy in Hollywood. He wanted to make me feel good. So I'm number 1.
He did, really? Okay, so you're under Carell. That's what she said. That's one of his famous jokes from The Office, which
2020, Scott.
Created by the same people that created Space Force. Am I right?
Is that also a quote?
Yes, exactly. That's a quote from The Office.
Okay.
Am I right to do that?
This is going to be embarrassing, but Greg Daniels is higher on the call sheet than I am. He's just the writer, but yeah, he's higher on the call sheet than me.
That's incredible. Well, guys, welcome to the show. Welcome back to the show, I should say. Tawny, have you ever been on? I've never for part of the Bajillion Dollar Properties cast, I would imagine.
Was I on as myself? I don't recall.
I don't know what that means.
I guess neither do I.
But welcome to the show. And Ben, of course, you've been on many times. Most recently,
lovely to see you again.
Famously with the Middleditch and Schwartz combination, which just came out on Netflix.
Did you check them out yet, Scott? I haven't seen. And also for that article, it seems that you on Twitter you said that you were asked to comment on this Washington Post article, and you said, "I'm sorry."
I sort of they emailed me and I said email's not really good for me right now with the quarantine and all that, and they said, well, we can certainly do a phone interview if you like. I'm like,
easy.
Oh, something went wrong with the direct billing situation. I'm not really on the phone.
Well, how are you having that? How are you going back and forth through email, text? How are you having the conversation if you weren't using
walkie-talkies mainly?
So do it over walkie-talkie.
Within range.
Yes, that's correct.
They were within range. Yeah, they were within the 10-mile radius.
Wow.
But I just was like, do I really want to give a quote and then say over at the end of it because I'm on a walkie-talkie?
Okay.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. It just seems weird that you haven't seen the specials or gave a quote. So
yeah, it is a little weird, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You're a fan of comedy and alternative comedy. It's a big deal for improv, so it's weird.
I always say alternative comedy. It's more like an alternative to comedy.
Sorry, I got to take Tony's question. I'm going to disregard what you just said. Yes, Tawny Newsome.
Yeah, thank you. Me in the back. Why is your microphone so low when I'm guessing you've always been this height?
Yeah, exactly.
This
is
a
little low. There's a lot of bending going on at the joints.
I'm going to tell you, and you're going to love it. It's because the music stand right underneath it is below. So when I do my lines for voiceover, I'm looking down there. So this is the perfect height for that. So I should have changed it before we did this.
Yeah, why not adjust ever so slightly so you don't have to bend in those little knees?
Or tape your lines to the wall so that you can stand up.
Do you hear her? Tape your lines to the wall.
Okay,
tape
I'm on your side about this, Ben.
Okay, all right.
Wait, I'm
That's
ridiculous.
hilarious.
Oh,
I'm
my
ridiculous
goodness.
for taping paper to the wall so you can maintain good neck health.
What do you want me to do?
Come on.
Kill 100 trees? What are you, insane, Tony?
Take care of your neck. What are you doing? You looking at it on an iPad or something? Prop your iPad up at eye level, buddy.
She got me.
Tape your iPad to the wall.
She got me. I should have taped my iPad to the wall. She got me. I have nothing else to say.
Is this the kind of repartee that we'll see on Space Force, which comes out on
FORCE?
What's that now?
It's just the problem was the last show that I did, you called it House of Pies for literally 5.5 years. So Space Force. Tawny's here, and she has never been disrespected like this. Tawny, can you please give him the pronunciation?
I'm so sorry. I did think it was called Space Forts because we all took those blankets and we built that fort in the living room of the main set.
Yeah, but that's right.
What
the show's about. No, it's not. It's called Space Force.
Tawny, anytime that you have dialogue, are you saying Space Forts? Can people pick that out of your dialogue?
Yeah, I try to say. I try to say it as little as possible because
Really?
I was nervous. I was wrong, but I was pretty sure. I was like, yeah, it's Space Forts because we're building all these blanket
if you
forts.
see it in your script, you would cross it out and try to say something else.
Or I'd like pretend I'd do one of these and be like Space Forts, like put my hand over my mouth.
That's such a mistake.
You do a lot of hand-mouth acting, I've noticed, in your oeuvre.
It's bad for these sanitation times.
It really is, but it's great for
It's
looping.
evergreen. It's evergreen. She could literally, every show, she could use her same exact thing, just have different lines because she's covering her mouth.
Ben, speaking of evergreen, you just recently were Sonic, who is never green, and in fact is blue.
I'm going to stop you there. There's an episode of Sonic where he jumps in a vat of St. Patty's Day beer.
Does he turn into the Joker?
He turns into the Joker. So I guess technically it wasn't him being green. All right, you're right.
Right, okay. Are you...
Wouldn't that be more the Hulk? Sorry.
That's good. I like that.
Now you're trying to get in on these Marvel and DC movies we were just talking about.
I am. I mean, listen, they're releasing
I'm not talking to you, Ben. I'm talking to Tawny.
Of course.
Yeah, can't you see where he's looking?
Nope, my bad. Sorry.
I'm trying to get in on it. Yeah, I want to be considered in all of them.
Who would you play if you could play any superhero?
Oh, probably Jamie, the smart attorney.
Jamie, the smart attorney. What's her superpower?
Paperwork, baby.
That's not too
Great
far
at it.
off from She-Hulk, I have to say. You could play She-Hulk were it to ever land your way. We're an audition.
By the way, Tawny Tawny would be awesome as She-Hulk.
Yeah, give us a little She-Hulk right now. If this was, let's
That'd be
call
great.
this an
This is the
audition.
audition. All right, pretend that I am Spike Jonze, who is a director
Okay.
and also close to the name of the Marvel creator, Spike Lee. And then what's your
The
who you
fabled
gonna be?
Marvel creator Spike Lee,
Yeah.
who created such
Spike Lee.
comics as "Do the Right Thing," and
Yep.
she's
Get
got to
off the
have it.
bus, Batman.
Yeah. And then Scott, who are you going to be? So she can audition for two people that she knows.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Fred.
Okay, so Fred, here you go. You got Spike Jonze and Fred. Whenever you're ready, Tawny.
Okay.
I'm not ready yet.
Ooh.
Fred, are you okay,
this
buddy?
is Fred talking.
I know. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. What do you think?
I know. Just
With
don't
considering
take it
what
out
you
on
said to me
Tawny.
right before this audition started,
Well, what do you want me to say? When you make a mistake, you have to be told, or you're never going to learn from your mistake.
but you're not my boss. You're my assistant.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that.
Hey,
Okay.
guys, do you want
Fred-
me to come back, or I?
Tawny,
can,
I am so sorry. This is so embarrassing.
That's
Fred, are you
okay.
ready? Tawny, sorry. Fred?
No worries.
I'm ready, Spike. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, Tawny, in your own time.
Absolutely, Spike. I just want to say big fan. By the way, I
Thank
didn't
you.
think.
Thank you
I didn't
so
know
much.
you were.
You want to
involved
say
in
to
this.
Spike that you're a big fan of mine?
No, sorry.
I'm a big fan of both of yours, and yeah. Okay.
Sorry, Tawny, wait 1 second. Fred, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, of course, Spike.
What the hell are
Anything
you
for
doing?
you. You're my assistant.
Yes, what are you doing? Don't steal my compliment, okay?
I'm not a compliment stealer. It seemed like she genuinely was looking at me and wanted to compliment me.
Don't pitch your Curb Your Enthusiasm idea.
Okay.
A compliment stealer.
Look, you
Just let
gotta
Tawny do her
respect.
thing.
You
Okay,
have
just
to.
come on. Can we please
All right.
leave it?
Yeah.
Let it go. This is a big deal. Tawny could be. I think Tawny's great for this role.
She could be our
She-Hulk.
next She-Hulk. Yeah.
I know.
All right, here
Tawny,
we go.
in your own time. We're all set. Fred, are
It's
you ready?
funny, y-
Ready,
it's funny
Freddie?
You mentioned
That's
Curb
my
Your
catchphrase.
Enthusiasm because I thought maybe I would audition with something from my spec script from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, yeah. yeah. What's yours
wonderful. We
called?
love that.
The spec script.
Yeah.
It's called "Don't Get Too Excited."
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. And again, this is to audition for She-Hulk, who the whole idea is she has to get excited enough to turn into She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's like I thought it was poignant.
so are you going to be playing the role of Larry from your spec script, or?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
going to be auditioning as Larry David to hopefully land a role in this show. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
The lead role, and we believe in you. Thank you so much
We
for coming
believe in you. Let's do this.
Okay, great. Hey, don't get so excited, all right? Calm down. You're going to stress everybody out. Scene.
Is scene a part of the scene or no?
Scene.
Got it. Very cool. Fred, can I talk to you for a second?
Good. Yeah, let's talk over here. What do you say?
Can I come
know.
talk to you guys too?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Tony,
come on
come
over.
over for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Right here in the corner. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hey, what's up?
What do you think?
I think Tawny is really great.
Yeah, but...
And no, I was going to say
okay.
and instead of but.
Sorry, your nose is bleeding. Are you okay, Fred?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wait,
Fred, you seem bad.
do you have any cocaine I can stuff? my
Yeah,
nose
here,
with?
come here.
Yeah.
Pop it in there. Pop it in.
Okay.
Stick it in there.
Yeah. Fix a bloody nose with more cocaine.
Good.
Oh God. Okay. That's really doing it. Let's hire her.
Can I say something, actually, guys?
Yes, of
I don't mean
course.
to be a dissenting voice here, but I did not think I did well. I didn't think Tawny was great.
Was it the
so-
Larry David impression? Because I thought that was the only.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you hit the
just-
Larry David impression.
Here, let's try. Let's try
thought
to
from
do
the
Larry David.
beginning-
Maybe we could teach you how to do a Larry David impression. Like,
Okay.
Oh,
what-
that's
yeah,
smart. That's smart for us to do that.
hey,
Yeah, would
what's
you guys
the
each
deal?
do a-
That's Seinfeld.
Okay.
That's
What's
Seinfeld.
the
So
deal
Larry did.
with Larry?
That's
I'm trying to
a
get you
Seinfeld
into
impression.
character.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
And also, just Fred, can I talk to you for 1 second?
Yeah, can Tawny come?
I'm coming too.
Tony can come. The reason why I was so upset with you is because you were doing too much fucking cocaine before our auditions. So the idea that you would do it right in front of the person
How much
that's auditioning,
cocaine do you want me to do?
Zero. I want you to do zero amount of cocaine.
I would
So
like you to do a little, just so that I feel comfortable.
here's some cocaine. Here you go.
Don't make Tawny do cocaine.
Okay, let's all do cocaine and let's party tonight. What do you say? We
Right.
we
We'll
found our
all
lead
do
actress.
matching Larry David impression.
Here we go.
Okay.
Ready?
In your own time.
Are you talking to me? Because I'll do my Larry David impression. Sure.
Sure, I'd love to hear it.
Funkhauser.
Wait a second. Fred?
Yeah.
You're She-Hulk, baby.
I got the part.
You got the part, Fred. Congratulations.
I'm really happy for you.
Oh, good stuff, Tawny. You
Thank you.
crushed it.
Yeah. So expect more of that in Space Forts, coming to a theater near you, probably.
Yeah, spell it.
One day
I can't tell what you're saying. Can you spell space forts?
Faceports?
No, I don't think that's what you're saying.
Faceports.
Space Forts.
Could you spell
Space
it?
Forts.
Space Forts.
It almost sounds like you're someone trying to pronounce my name incorrectly.
Space Forts. And now,
May
welcome
the Schwartz
out,
be with you?
comedian actor Space Forts.
Yeah, it sounds like me, I guess.
When Spaceballs came out, or Spaceballs, as it's more commonly known, were you so excited when they were saying, "May the Schwartz be with you"?
Yes, I was. I mean, of course.
Did you get a T-shirt that said it or anything like that?
No, I was a child. You can't just get T-shirts when you're a child.
You can't get T-shirts when you're a child?
No.
What did children
Childs
wear?
mostly get T-shirts.
Yeah, but you don't
Children
buy
are stripped
them.
to the waist where you grew up?
My mom picked
Like a
out my
reverse
clothes
Winnie the
till I
Pooh?
was like 29 years old.
Tell me about, speaking of space sports, what sports do they play? What wars happen? Is it a long
Yeah.
time ago in a galaxy far, far away? What are we talking?
I mean, surely we can't say anything real, right, Tony? I mean, when does this come out? Right before it comes out?
Yeah, of course.
This comes out.
It's
Look,
coming out this Friday.
I'm not scared. What, Ben? You're scared of Netflix?
Tony,
You're
do
scared of
it.
the big corporate machine?
Okay,
What are
all
they
right.
going to do, huh? Podcasts
They're gonna fire
are free.
us.
We
Podcasts
can
are
talk
for
about
the
anything.
people.
We can talk about anything that happens in the trailer. So, Tawny, you can talk about the millisecond that you're in it.
Oh.
And Ben, you can talk about your two half
Two
lines.
sentences? Yeah. All right, I can get deep into those two sentences
I
if you
really
need.
respect the research Scott had to do to drag us like that.
It's the only time
Watched right
Scott
before the episode started.
he's ever done research because he knew it would only take 2.5 minutes to do research.
Yep, and you really, I mean, you prepped and you were right.
Yep.
I appear in name only in the trailer. I'm fine with that. I think it's because all my cool shit is too spoilery. I do cool shit, but it's very
Yeah.
spoilery.
She does very, very cool shit, and it is very spoilery.
What is the show about? I gleaned some information from the approximately 150
You tell us. What do you think the
seconds
show's
that I
about?
saw.
This
Here's
should
what
be-
I think it's about.
Great. Tell us if the trailer worked.
Steve Carell is an actor and was paid probably, I would guess, 7 figures to be in 10 episodes of
Oh, you're talking total?
yeah.
This is what the show is about, right?
This is what it's about.
This is the plot. This is the synopsis. yeah.
Every time he talks, you can see just him calculating what he's going to buy with all of this money that they
And
threw
this is a
at him.
plot line? This is a plot line
This
of the
is
show?
just what I got from the trailer. This is just
Right.
what I got from the trailer.
Yeah.
So you could just see it in his. It's almost like those cartoons where like dollar bills are in his eyes the entire time, and then the rest of you are happy just to get the scraps, whatever is left over in the budget.
This is monetarily, of course.
Yes, of course. Is that pretty much? Do I have it right?
You're not talking about scraps like from catering. Like we're not literally eating scraps.
I have
You don't
no
think?
idea what you guys ate on the show. That was not. I mean, I did hear. I will say that Ben, your stomach was rumbling in both of the lines that you gave. I could hear
That's
it
true.
audibly.
You could hear
on
it. I
the,
didn't
on
eat
the
enough
loft mic.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they always mic your stomach, which I thought was weird.
Yeah.
Well, you never know what's going to
mic or
happen.
something.
You know what I mean? Like, what's going to happen? It's like a cool little thing.
Well, then at one
Yeah.
point I noticed you said your line, Ben, and then I heard like a little poo.
Yeah,
and
I
then
farted.
and then you said excuse me, and I was like, why would they put that in the trailer? It's so
I
strange.
thought it was funny. Farts and stuff are funny, and so I have. So just to keep you updated, I got 7 mics on me at all time. We got butthole, belly button, pee hole, 2 ears, 2 nose, and then for me, the comedy doesn't come from the words as much. It comes from the sounds of my character.
It's interesting that our boom op and that our mic dude mic'd both of your noses.
Yeah, both of
because
my
you would
nostrils.
think that you could capture it pretty well with just one mic, but is one
A
treble and
deviated
one
septum.
bass?
Yeah, there's one deviated septum, so one's a real high pitch, the other one's a real bouncy boof or boof. or, you know
all
what I mean?
about that bass. Am I right, my friend?
Whoa, dude, that's a song.
That's a relatively recent reference, and so for a 29-year-old to still be that connected to pop culture, I mean, you got to give it up for me. So, all right, this is last chance before we go to a break. Sell me on Space Forts.
Wait, let's do it for real, Tony. Let's do it for real, because he's going to do a terrible job plugging it in the next thing.
Well, and now I'm nervous. I don't know how to do anything for real. What do we do for real? We
Space
talk
Force.
about all the good people on it.
Yeah, we're talking about people that are not us.
Yeah.
Space
So
Forces
tune in.
stars Steve Carell, John Malkovich, Don Lake, Tawny Newsome, Jimmy O. Yang, me, a bunch of incredibly funny people. Don Lake, by the way, is one of the funniest human beings on planet Earth. It revolves around the newest military branch called the Space Force, and Steve Carell, Netflix, and Greg Daniels thought of the idea when they announced it like a year ago. So it's been very weird that it's all coming out like right now, the real Space Force, while like scenes of Tawny dressed in a Space Force outfit is like walking around. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Remember when Netflix would send you DVDs?
Oh, remember Lilyhammer?
All right, we're running out of time.
Send me some, but I don't send them back.
We have to go to a break. When we come back, this is exciting. We'll have someone from marketing. And coming up a little later, we'll have some people in custodial services. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back here. We have Tawny Newsome of Space Force and Ben Schwartz of Spaceport. And we are just about to get to our next guest. Are you guys excited to talk to someone from the world of marketing?
Wow.
I mean, it's got to be better than it's been, right?
Yeah.
Than what this episode has been, or just conversations in general for you?
No, I just mean like, this didn't go exactly the way I thought it would. So
why did you think it was going to go?
I thought because you are my friend and you knew that like this was going to be one of my first like big press things that because of the nature of the world, we haven't gotten to do it. I haven't gotten the red carpet experience. So I thought maybe you were going to.
May I say something, Scott? Tawny's unbelievable in this show, both dramatically and comedically. She really shows that she can carry scenes.
Both sides of the theater masks, huh?
Yeah, and I think that you should show her a little goddamn respect. That's what I think.
I'm just Ben Schwartz. That's very nice of you.
Schwartz, are you kidding me? We spent 3 months together.
I miss Ben Schwartz. You've been watching The Last Dance?
Done a lot of things lately. You have never once said anything nice to me in private in my entire career.
What are the things I've said to you in private? List them.
They're all jokey things. Hey, I'm going to fart into your hand. Hey, what's up, man? Watch me fart into your mouth. Hey, dude, open up those eyes. Here comes some gas.
I'm gassy.
Watch me fart into your mouth.
Yeah, dude. I've done a bunch of things, and you haven't said one nice thing.
Are you guys saying I'm a bad friend? Is that what this is coming to? Is that what this podcast is all about? Is this some sort of intervention?
I didn't want to put it like that. It's just, it's clear you got dollar signs dancing in front of your eyes like little sugar plums. And I wanted instead, I don't know, I wanted a human moment. I wanted you to say, wow.
This is a Space Force themed and sponsored podcast.
You're too competitive, dude.
Okay.
You're too competitive. Your mind is just on competition. You don't think about anything. You just want to be the best. You're the Michael Jordan of podcasting, and it's terrible.
Space Force offered me $2,000 to talk to you guys.
What?
A word?
A word.
A word?
Yes. So I'm trying to say as many words as possible, but the thing is I can't repeat any. So if you'll notice, if you listen to this back, I have not repeated a single word.
Said you twice, and you repeated, that whole sentence is repeated.
What? Fuck!
It's the first time.
The deal's off now.
Does that mean they cancel them out and you don't get the money?
Yes,
for that word?
I'm not getting paid now. Thanks a lot, guys.
Scott, if we don't get a second season because of your goddamn terrible work on this show.
I'm sorry. Look, everyone listen to Space Force, the podcast.
Watch Space Force, the Netflix show. Keep going. I'm helping you.
It's a show.
It's a show. Did you film it in Florida?
No. Why would we film in Florida?
I don't know. I'm looking for things to talk to you about.
Everyone's here. You're looking for things to talk to? Turn around to that big pile of cash behind you, brother.
Jesus, I can't believe you sit on it. You're the modern day Scrooge McDuck.
I'm like that guy in Lord of the Rings who has the gold fever.
Oh, that's a great transition to the marketing person that's coming in the room.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Have you ever had anything that you guys wanted marketed?
What we're doing now.
This show that.
Okay. Well, we'll get some tips from him on how you can do this better.
Thank you.
He is, of course, in marketing, and some have called him a marketing genius. I was told to read that. Oh, is that how you pronounce that? Read that? That line is in there. I was told to read that. I was told to read that.
This is insane. This episode is insane. You're stumbling over yourself like a drunk weirdo. Look at you, like a person that has
3 in the afternoon. What do you think? My day is almost over.
In your chair like a child.
It's 2:45. You're acting like a father that has 7 kids that just homeschooled for months. You haven't doing a damn thing outside of watching yourself on the TV show on Netflix.
But please welcome him. He first time on the show. Seth Berkowitz is here. Hello, Seth.
Hey, how you doing? Second time on the show. Sorry I didn't leave an impression the first time.
Oh, wait, you've been on the show before?
I was on here to talk Movie Pass. I used to do marketing for Movie Pass.
I remember you.
But I'm back again. I'm in a new line of work. Happy to be in here.
You're still in marketing.
Still in marketing, but Movie Pass unfortunately went bankrupt. No fault of my own.
What was your job at MoviePass? I'm sorry, just to say, you said it was no fault of your own, but it sounded like you were the marketing guy. What was your job?
Getting the word out, making sure people were on.
Yeah, your catchphrase, or not catchphrase, but your sort of marketing phrase was MoviePass. It's back and better than ever, as I recall.
MoviePass is back and better than ever. Great memory. And I've moved on from that.
But wait, what I'm trying to say is it was not back, and it was not better than ever.
Okay, well, we'll let the market decide on that one, Scott.
It did.
Okay, well, time will tell. I have moved on.
Already over. The whole thing is gone. You ran it into the ground with your stupid catchphrase.
A lot of things ran it into the ground. People aren't, at the time, people weren't seeing movies anymore.
They're not seeing movies now. Like, it would be even worse now.
Well, that's what they told me when I pitched to bring MoviePass back right now. I feel like now is the ideal time to bring it back. The market is dry. It's a perfect time.
People want to see movies.
People want to see movies. People are they're in their couches and they're saying, I wish I was in a theater seeing 3 movies a month for the price of $20 total.
And what did MoviePass say to you when you said that you wanted to bring it back?
They said it was a terrible idea. It was my fault. They went bankrupt. No fault of my own. And
it sounds like, yeah.
They assured me.
Sounds like it was your fault.
Well, okay. That's.
To be fair, MoviePass was having some issues before you came on board the team. Is that right?
You say issues?
You
say issues,
Scott.
Scott.
Yes.
Holy moly.
Have you seen the latest issue of United States Weekly?
No.
That's what the U.S. is for.
Yeah, what did you think it was?
I thought it was the plural of, we're hanging out. It's us weekly. It's, us in the world.
Do you also think the plural of hanging out is us?
The plural of hanging out is us. Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
I believe it's hangings out.
But it was having some troubles before you got on board. But it's done and dusted now. It is out of the. It's no longer your concern. What are you working on now?
Well, I'm working with Zoom now, and I'm here to tell you it's okay to use Zoom. Don't worry, baby.
Wait, what do you mean? Don't
worry,
we're all
baby.
Currently using it.
There was some talk about Zoom being
there were some issues.
There were some issues with Zoom and being some issues with privacy, and people were, bombing other people's Zooms. They were watching other people, and I'm here to tell you, it's all good, baby.
So a baby is baby at the end of all your tags? Just so I know.
No, back and better than ever didn't have a baby. That was no fault of my own. I wanted the baby, and they crossed it out in post.
That was baby list.
It does. It sounds a little naked without the baby. Back and better than ever, baby.
It's a whole different thing.
I mean, naked babies, if we want to talk that, one of the greatest group of 5 men doing improv.
That's true. That's Rob Corddry's. I can't believe you know about naked babies.
Yeah, how do you know about naked babies?
Are you kidding me? Rob Corddry, Seth Morris,
Brian
John
Husky.
Ross and John and Brian Husky doing
this is good. This is good for the audience.
I mean, if you want to see some of the most brilliant minds doing a form of improv that no one else can pull off,
how do you know so much about improv?
I was going to say, aren't you a marketing guy for Zoom, baby?
Oh, well, we had some, thank you for using the baby. Well, I've had improv workshops.
Oh, I love that, Scott. Hashtag I love that, Scott, if you love that, okay? And do it right at Scott Aukerman.
But yeah, how do I know about improv? I do a lot of corporate workshops, receive a lot of corporate workshops.
When you say you do a lot of, meaning that you schedule them, you book them?
I happen to work at a lot of companies who for some reason have a lot of team building issues, and so they'll bring in different improv and stuff.
And why are you the marketing person hired to then hire other people? Why are you a middleman?
I offer my services for anything, I've got the free time. I'm great at email. I'm fantastic at email.
Well, give us an example of some of your emails. Like, say you were emailing Tawny here. What would you say to her?
Hey, Tawny, just wanted to circle back about Zoom. It's all good, baby.
I'm sorry. Wait, what's my email address? Can you start with my email address?
Tawny,
please?
what are you doing?
Oh,
I just want to make sure he knows it.
I'm guessing it's Tawny Funny Girl at gmail.com.
That's right. My favorite movie is Funny Girl.
Oh.
And and
Yeah,
that's
I was
my
going to
first
say
name.
it sounded a
Good
little
guess.
braggy, but no, it's just your favorite
It's
movie.
not a claim about yourself.
No, I love early Streisand. I love it. So
Hey, I got to say something because you've seen so many improv workshops. Something that Tawny and I do quite a bit of improv, and something that Tawny and I do quite a bit of is say baby at the end of sentences. That's not even a bit, both in real life and like Tawny said baby 3 times. My worry is that you saw us do improv or one of our workshops and you're stealing our bits.
You stole our bit.
Oh.
Because that is one of my best bits, just like as a professional comedian, is saying baby.
Just saying
at the end
baby.
of
It
things.
seems
I'm
like there are a lot of
concerned.
people who say baby. So
A
much
lot of
so
people.
that one of my catchphrases is, "Oh, you say baby too?"
See, so like that is, don't you think
okay.
that you can't really market it like that? So just take me through that.
So, well, that's zeitgeist, baby. I mean, whatever is happening there. I don't know if I've done a workshop or seen y'all do shows, but once it's out there, you know,
I
it's out
did
there.
used to do that job, though. I used to teach that for the Second City. We would tour around and we would meet with, Career Builder or Aquint or whatever, and we would do workshops for them. So maybe you were in one of mine, and I just didn't really leave an impression.
Okay. Did you work with who did I work for? I did pets.com in the early 2000s. Were you ever there?
Yep.
What was
yeah,
that
I did
tagline?
Pets.com.
Pets.com. We'll keep them alive for you, dude.
Dude. Okay, so that was probably in the 90s when people were saying
was a
dude a
dude.
lot.
I don't know that I've ever considered the act of shopping at a pet store really equivocal to keeping your dogs alive. I mean, that's like
Yeah, was that a catchphrase for petmeds.com? Because that sounds more
that's
like
good.
pet medication.
Oh, it's the whole thing. For me, I want to know if I'm bringing my pet into a store, they're not going to kill my pet. That's the first thing.
Oh
I
wait,
wanna
so
know.
it was if you bring the pet to the store, they're not going to summarily execute them.
Right, or give you bad food or toys that are poisoned or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That's good.
Now that you spell it out, I get it.
Yeah. Seems like you would stay on that sort of tack for your new job with Zoom, like, hey, you logging onto Zoom is not going to electrocute you, dude or baby, whatever you want to say.
Oh, that's a great pitch, and I'll bring it to them because I can roll through. I love just give every once in a while, switching catchphrases throughout a year. I don't like to stick to one catchphrase. I'm out.
Oh, yeah. How many
Alright,
do you
so
like
if you
to
had
do per year?
McDonald's,
It depends. Once a month is good, or whenever you get tired of one.
About 12
you
times a
move on
year?
to the new one, yeah. However many, once a month is what I would say.
can you knock off the other 11 you had for Zoom real
Yeah.
quick while we got you?
Okay. Zoom.
Yeah, I'll keep count.
If you're dyslexic, you'd call it Moose. Let's see. Zoom. It's not just for cameras or looking closer at things anymore.
So you're trying to
9
say
more.
that it's
Two.
that you want people to use it, not just cameras.
Yes, zooming and whatnot.
Okay, so you're afraid that the cameras are going to be zooming themselves and chatting about like what their specs are or whatever.
Okay, so that's the next one. Zoom. Please, cameras. This is for humans now.
Okay, that's 3
Now,
of 8 more.
So it initially was for cameras.
So it was a problem that the cameras were getting together and having Zoom hangs without us.
It was a concern I had when I was pitching these, and so I wanted to communicate it both to the cameras.
Okay, so these were not
Eight
concerns
more.
the company had. These were just in your mind things
come
that
in
you
with
were
my-
worried about.
The best marketer anticipates a problem and solves it before it's happening.
Yeah, 7
Okay,
more,
that's
sorry.
more.
7 more.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Zoom. It's not the thing that you use to pick up audio sometimes when you're recording on set or a podcast. It's a different type of Zoom.
That's a long
That's
tagline. So
really
where would
long.
that appear, just so I know?
They had the same note. I mean, wherever, you open the website and it says it, or...
6 more, 6 more, sorry, 6 more.
Okay. Zoom. Switch some of the letters around and change one, and now you got Ozma, Weezer cover band.
Seems like your Moose one. Seems a lot like your Moose one.
I wouldn't call Ozma a Weezer cover band, not to pick nits, as much as they were inspired by them and stole their style.
Didn't they begin as a Weezer cover band? Or did I
Maybe,
make
but
that up?
I mean, you can't just. We all began as a baby, and I wouldn't say, "Hey, here's Seth, that baby I know."
That's great,
I
Scott.
guess you do say baby too.
That's
Maybe.
yeah, that's a good point.
What are we at, Tony? We have
Guess
6
we all
more?
stole it
I
from
believe
you.
we have 6
Yeah,
more.
we got 6 more.
Okay.
I remember one of them. Wasn't one of them Zoom? It's not that Zoom, and it's not Zune either.
Very good. Yes, thank
wow.
you.
Yeah.
It's not that Zoom.
Remember that one?
And that was underlined.
That one confused me.
Thank you, Tommy.
But but it was ultimately very helpful because I did get it confused for the Zune that I still had and used.
Have you accidentally Zoomed when you were supposed to Zoom?
Yeah, I was supposed to have a meeting with a big studio head, just a big, just really like a fame maker, and instead what I did was I played a Matchbox 20 CD.
Which one?
My Zune. Oh, the one. The one.
We all know that one.
Yeah, we know it.
3 a.m. Yeah,
3
everything.
I
Yeah.
feel lonely.
It's 3 a.m. I might be lonely. That one?
Yeah. Rob Thomas, the Wendy's guy.
It's amazing. Hey, the only Zoom one I remember was during Y2K where you said, never mind, Zoom, never mind it is for cameras. The robots are taking over now.
Yeah, that was a panic. That was a panic one
That was
where
just
I
a
was
panic
certain.
pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why don't speaking of that guy Rob Thomas doing that song, why don't more songwriters use military time when they're singing lyrics?
How do you know he wasn't? It could have been 3 a.m.
No, I'm just saying, like, you
wanted
never
that
hear
song
any
to be
songs
its
where people are like,
0300.
it's 22:30.
22:30.
Fetty Wap, 1738.
Okay,
That's a relatively recent song I referenced.
All right.
I believe
good-
the
that's a good
second
point.
Sugar Ray album was titled 1459.
that's true, but that was more talking about Andy Warhol's 15 minutes of fame theory. And how many minutes had elapsed, not the actual time of 2:59 in the afternoon.
By the way, that would have been great, right? 14 o'clock, 15 o'clock, 16 o'clock, rock. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, rock, wanna rock around the rock.
The clock tonight.
Yeah.
All right, we have
Move
about
out at
about
dawn.
3 more.
No,
Zoom
about
pitches.
let's cut it to 4. Yeah, Zoom pitches.
Okay, Zoom. It's perfect if you like conversation, but you have to be in the same place all the time and feel a lot of pressure.
Cut them down.
Yeah,
Christ,
edit.
3
Really
more.
trailed.
Edit.
It just trailed.
Zoom. You could use it if you're a pervert.
2.
Okay, that's the only one that
That's
appeals to
concise.
me at this point.
Zoom. Almost sounds like yum.
Are the
man.
part of it, by the way? Are these in the actual catchphrase?
I learned in improv that people like the naturalness of a pitch, They don't want everything to be super polished. The ideal pitch, people leave afterwards and they say, you didn't work on that at all before, did you?
So when you say you learned from improv, you didn't take improv. You just watched approximately 3
These
shows.
seminars.
I watched the seminars. I've never participated. I've seen Naked Babies twice.
They haven't performed in years. When I was in New York, they just stopped performing.
Yeah, I guess, we must have been at the same shows, maybe. I don't even know. Were you ever at one where a guy was yelling suggestions as the improv was happening, the organic improv?
Almost every show. That's literally almost every show of improv.
Wait a minute,
Okay.
is that you actually doing that?
If you're
Are
ever
you
at a show
that
and
guy?
everyone's yelling a suggestion, that's me.
Okay. So you've been at a lot of shows that I've seen.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of shows. Because I have a question for you. I've always wondered, do you think that we're still taking suggestions? Or are you just like, no, go back. This is the one I wanted. Like, what's going on in your head?
I think it's helpful. I think, you always want something in your back pocket, and the performer always wants the audience to participate a little bit,
Sure.
I can't believe I'm going to
Okay.
ask this because I'm afraid what's going to happen, but I heard that you have 11 favorite suggestions you like to suggest to the improvisers.
Yeah.
You do. You only have 2 more of the Zoom, but then maybe you get to those 11 suggestions.
Yeah, so
that you'd like to
13
get.
more things that you have to say. 2 Zooms and 11
Two
suggestions.
Zooms and 11 suggestions.
Great. If you got time. I mean, the first thing I do want to push is the reason I'm here is Zoom. It's okay. Go ahead. It's fine, baby. Don't worry about it, baby.
Hey, you got one more.
Wait, it got longer.
No, that's not it. That's the current suggestion.
That's the current
It's-
one. You
it's-
still have 2 more to go. Yeah.
Zoom. A perfect place to look at yourself and your friends at the same time.
That's actually a good pitch.
That's good.
I mean, it
didn't love
sounds
it.
like something at least.
I didn't love it.
What didn't you like about it?
It just didn't hit for me. It didn't have a tag to it,
What
Everything's
if
got a
you put
tag.
baby at the end?
That would have been helpful. I
Well,
wish
let's
I
hear
had
it.
had you with.
Try it with a baby. Do you remember what you said?
Zoom, a perfect place to look at yourself and look at your friends, baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have them written down. I didn't know you were reading off something. Were you prepared for us to ask you for 13 of these?
Oh, I carry these catchphrases like they're pictures of my children. I keep them in my wallet. I keep
And how
them-
many children do you have?
Oh,
Yeah.
7.
7. Well, let's list off their names
Let's
as well.
list their names real quick. So you got to
And
give
their
us
catchphrases, please.
Yeah, please. So this is what you got left. One more of these catchphrases.
One more
We got 11
catchphrase.
suggestions.
11 suggestions.
7 kids' names and 7. What was it, Tony? I apologize.
The catchphrases of the children as well. And I'd like to thank you, Ben Sports. Thank you for keeping
Schwartz.
score.
Yeah.
Thank you, of course.
Wait, so all the children have catchphrases like they're Urkel?
I mean, I don't choose.
Are you my
I
mom?
don't choose my kids' catchphrase. Are you my mom? I think was a little derivative. My kid was watching dinosaurs, and he was kind of going for something in that zone.
Not the mama. That's
Yeah.
cute. Well, give us your last, just so we can get them out of the way. Your last Zoom one.
Last Zoom, sure.
Last Zoom pitch. Let's see. Zoom. I'm loving it.
It's a McDonald's one.
yeah,
Also,
it's-
all of them started with Zoom. So every one of your pitches started with Zoom, period, and then a sentence. So like nothing is really different from one to one.
Most catchphrases like, business catchphrases like say, it's not Wendy's, where's the beef? We all know what where's the beef is. We all know it refers to Wendy's.
I did not know it was Wendy's. I didn't know
Really?
what it was. Yes.
What did
You're
you
working
think it was?
marketing, and you don't know one of the most popular marketing phrases of all time?
The most iconic campaign.
I also...
If I learn them
I
all,
didn't know that one either.
Wait,
I'm
Tawny,
running.
you don't know where's the beef?
I mean, I've heard it, but I assumed it was from something old-timey, like a Bob's Big Boys or I don't know.
Have you heard
the 50s?
Tony, have you heard of Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it? Where's that from?
Yeah, that's Sweet Caroline.
Sweet
Yeah, that's right.
Caroline, the
It's
song?
That's
Played
the
at
tag for Sweet
every
Caroline.
Chicago baseball game.
Oh my goodness.
there was a period where songs had their own catchphrases as tags. So that
Remember
people
Can't Buy Me Love, the catchphase for that? The
Can't buy me
tagline?
love. What's the tagline to it?
The Beatles have a new one, and you're going to love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Okay. All right, and so now we got 7 kids, and we have 11 suggestions, whatever you want to tackle
And 7
first.
catchphrases for the kids.
Let's do the suggestions first. Let's do them rapid fire. Tell me when you're ready.
You can do the catchphrases for the kids along with the kids' names as well.
Okay, that's good.
So this is what we need. We need a suggestion, take a breath. With the kid's name, take a breath, their catchphrase. So now you need to do...
Okay.
All 3 of those in a row.
Okay, great.
And then once we run out of kids and catchphrases, then we'll do the last 4 improv suggestions just in a row.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. A scene in a firehouse.
Wait, stop. You
Wait,
go to
no.
a show that like Tawny or I do, and when we say, can we get a suggestion or can we talk to you about something in your life, you say...
A scene in a firehouse.
Well,
So, like, if they were to say, hey, we need a location, that makes sense. But what if they were to say, hey,
But we would
need to
never
talk-
say that.
something you ate today.
Yeah, something you ate today.
Okay. Well, I'd have to move on to my second suggestion.
Well, you better tell us a kid's name and their
Yeah.
catchphrase before you do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Kid's name, David, no relation, Berkowitz.
Oh, that's right. Your brother was the son of Sam?
No, not exactly. We're
was
only
it?
related by blood. We're blood relatives.
Yeah, that's brother.
That's what a brother is.
That's a brother.
But no, it's Seth Berkowitz, norelation.com is my marketing. And I
Is
named
it norelation.com or Seth Berkowitz norelation.com?
Seth Berkowitz, norelation.com is one of
Okay.
my domains.
Okay.
Okay.
So you named your kid after your brother who was this murderer?
Well, as in the Jewish
As a
religion.
joke?
Not as a joke.
Okay, the Jewish religion. Okay.
As a Jewish, the Jewish religion is not a joke, by the way, isn't that
No,
right?
Thank
of
you.
course not. Very serious. And
Thank
we're
you.
sponsored by them as well, so I want
By
to
Ju-
give it
just
by
Jews?
Judaism. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, what's the catchphrase of that kid?
I'm not related to the son of Sam.
Okay, next one, please. Suggestion.
Good one. Yeah.
And this is when we said name something we'll have for lunch.
I'll name something you'll have for lunch.
Yeah.
A dinner.
Okay, what's your kid's name? You fucking idiot. What's your kid's name?
You are that guy in the audience.
Yeah.
100%.
Bernice.
Okay, and Bernice's catchphrase?
My brother is not related to David Berkowitz, nor is my father.
Hey, Scott, I don't think I can do 11 of these.
I don't think
gotta
I'm
bail.
really running
Well,
out
you're
of steam
stuck.
on
You
this.
called for it. You asked for it.
Just email him. By the way,
It's just hard to hear
tweet
someone
the rest of them.
score so hard so often. It's just like
Yeah.
wearing me out.
The Wayne Gretzky of catchphrases over
Yeah.
here.
It's like no one wants to go see Michael Jordan, in a game. I almost said episode, by the way. Is that what they call individual basketball?
Oh, no.
No one wants to see an episode where he, scores 80 points.
The one where he scores 80 points?
That Friends episode.
The one where the gang all plays defense? Is that?
Look, I'm afraid we're running out of time, Seth Berkowitz.
What wasted the time? Tell me what could have possibly wasted that time.
Yeah, did you get to what you wanted to get to, by the way? I know you came on here for a reason.
I just want to let everyone know that Zoom, it's all good, baby. Use
Sure.
Zoom. Skype stinks. FaceTime's for fuglies.
Google Hangout?
Oh.
Google Hangout.
FaceTime's for fuglies.
Google Hangout is no good. Dual Hangout.
Ugh, God, you're bad. You're bad at your job, man. I'm so sorry.
Please
You're
don't
bad
say
at your
that on
job.
the air. Please don't say that on the
I
air.
have to.
Where
My
do you
boss
want
is
him to
listening
say it?
This.
Where do you want me to say it? On Twitter? Do you want me to say it where?
Well, how's your reach?
Okay, we have to take a break. When we come back, this is exciting. We have a couple of people in the custodial services. I know Ben and Tawny, you have to go, but Seth, can you stick around?
Sorry.
I'd love to. Yeah, please.
Thanks for having us, Scott.
Yeah, we'll see you next time.
Watch the show. Please watch the show.
Okay, but we'll be right back with two entirely different people. We'll be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this. Comedy Bang Bang, we are back here. Tawny Newsome and Schwartz had to go, and they're from Schwartz, and that comes out this Friday. And but Seth Berkowitz is here, no relation, of Seth Berkowitz, norelation.com. And how do people hire you, by the way?
They go to my website and they can email me, and then they pay me a certain amount per job.
We know how jobs work. I want you to have the opportunity to, give some people some tips regarding how they could contact you and all that kind of thing.
It's Seth Berkowitz, no relation, at davidberkowitz.com.
Wait, it's at davidberkowitz.com?
Well, I found that website was getting a lot of hits, and so I decided to move all of my stuff to that. I took it over as the last remaining blood relative, no relation to David Berkowitz.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a couple of wonderful new guests. Are you? Do you ever make a mess, Seth Berkowitz?
Oh yeah.
Well, these people are in the business of cleaning up messes. I don't know whether they would clean up your messes or my messes or someone else's, but they work in sanitation. Please welcome to the show Genevieve and Jenzer Smarts. Hello, guys.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How are you? Hey.
What is going on?
Happy to be here.
Great question.
Oh, not much. It's good times. I can't complain.
You can't?
No, I tried, and I have the opposite liar disease.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So complain.
You have kind of the Fonzie when it comes to saying he was wrong when it comes to complaining.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Watch this real quick.
Liar.
I'm going to knock over your coffee. Over your coffee. Now, boom. What are you going to do?
I'm going to go, ooh, I wish you would do that again. See, it just turned right around.
I love it. I love it. I love it, and I love her.
So,
isn't it wild?
You guys are in sanitation.
The sanitation noise. That's embarrassing. Stop.
Animal sanitation. I mean, you gotta be really specific, right? Specificity is the soul of wit, brother.
Sanimal or animation? How would you say that if it were a portmanteau regarding animal and sanitation?
Portmanteau.
Is it clumsy or not?
It's fairly clumsy, yeah.
Then I think sanimal.
Sanimal?
I think that's the clumsiest way to say it.
Sanimaltation, maybe something like that.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean? You're in animal sanitation? I don't exactly.
That's impossible. Have you never been to a zoo before, my friend?
Have I ever been to a zoo before? Of course I've been to it. Who amongst us has not been to a zoo? Seth, I can only imagine you've been to several zoos in your lifetime.
Yeah, I go to zoos a lot. I do. I like to talk to the animals, and it's like therapy.
Do they ever talk back?
No, that's something that happened more to my brother than myself. No relation.
Who's your brother, Dr. Doolittle? Or oh no, that's right,
I wish.
Berkowitz.
I wish.
And that dog on the subway.
There was more whimsy in my brother's interactions with animals.
I wish there was more whimsy in that last Dr. Doolittle movie.
Whoa, hey! Scott, you were asked to punch that up. I know you were asked to punch that up.
I didn't do a good job.
So don't. You did a terrible job.
But yes, I've been to zoos.
You've been to zoos.
I find they're usually they smell great, other than the flamingo area, and they're
Thank you.
Jenzer, how do you know what punch up is?
Punch up because my brother used to write for different movies and stuff like that, but he'd just be the punch up guy.
Who's your brother?
The gag man. Huh?
Who's your brother?
What?
Who is your brother?
This is classic Abbott and Costello right here.
Third base. Anyway, so we clean up the cages and stuff. And let me tell you, so animals make a lot of...
happiness for anyone who comes to the zoo to look at them.
Sorry, I was taking a breath. Don't interrupt me. Animals make a lot of poop, and there have to be two heroes to clean up the poop.
There always has to be two. This is a two-person job.
You don't want to be the only person with a fistful of dung. You want to have someone you can lock eyes with and say, "Isn't this a blessing?"
Absolutely.
You got to be able to share your blessings.
Okay.
S your B's, everybody.
You both have the last name. Are you related? Are you married? Are you not related? Are you not married? Those are the four choices. I will accept no other choice.
People ask us, we don't like to talk about our personal life.
Why are people obsessed with your status?
I would say I'm obsessed, but I mean, that is the very purpose of names and taking someone's name If someone were to come up to me and say, "Hi, my name is Mr. Cloverfield, and this is Mrs. Cloverfield," the natural follow-up question would be, "Oh, are you married? Are you hitting that on the regs?"
It's 2020. It's 2020. You would never say, "Are you hitting that on the regs?" Regardless.
Let me ask you a question. Have you never met two people with the same last name? Have you never met Reggie Jackson and Jesse Jackson?
Great example.
That is a great example. I wish that there were some sort of opportunity for me to meet both of them at the exact same time. But
have you ever met Reggie Miller and Tim Miller, the director of Deadpool?
Of Deadpool? No, they travel on separate planes, so if one of them dies, the other one is still able to do the other person's duties.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever met Stephen Miller and Arthur Miller?
Great one.
Yes to both. Both.
Have you ever met
guys.
Seth Berkowitz and David Berkowitz?
No relation, so this is a good example.
This is a prime example. So, but you guys have a unique New York last name,
Nice.
Smarts. Almost like that show that's coming out this Friday, Space Smarts. And it leads me to wonder if you guys are married, are related. The questions I asked before.
You know who doesn't ask these sorts of questions?
Who's that?
The animals. And that's why we've spent our lives dedicating them to spending time around, creatures that don't ask us tedious questions, that aren't trying to categorize us, frankly. They let us live. It's 2020.
So
Tigers don't want to know if you're married or siblings.
Did you get into this business because one person asked if you guys were married and you immediately shrieked and ran off to
100% correct. 100% correct.
Absolutely.
We were walking down the street getting
Just the other
Haagen-Dazs. Yeah, yesterday we were walking down the street to get Haagen-Dazs.
You saw a pretty lady. You didn't know what to say.
Well, I said, "Hey, pretty lady," and they said, "It's 2020." I go, "Of course, apologies." And then someone said, "Your names? Can we see your IDs for this ice cream?" And we said, "Sure, of course."
IDs for the ice cream.
Yeah, it's COVID times. They're carding for ice cream now.
That makes sense. To see if you have the antibodies.
We showed them the IDs, and they said, "Are you guys related?" And I will never forget what happened.
I threw my hands up in the air. The ice cream went
Did you
with
wave
it. I just don't care.
Nice.
And I said, you know what? We cannot do this anymore.
Wow. And then you ran to the nearest zoo or the furthest zoo?
Farthest. We ran as far as we could, and it was insane because we were out of gas. Holy schmoly.
Out of breath, out of gas, out of time and money.
Okay.
And so we also were really dipping low on sugar because we did not eat the ice cream. We threw it in the air.
Yeah, exactly. Which zoo did you eventually...
So we were lightheaded.
Which zoo did you eventually end up at?
Bronx
Zoo.
Oh, okay.
Bronx Zoo, yeah. It's a beautiful zoo.
It's a gorgeous zoo. By the way, just a coincidence, and I'll shut up about after this. Your previous guest, Ben Schwartz, actually did work at the Bronx Zoo. That's a real thing, but let's keep going.
How do you know? Is that just because his picture is put up on the wall?
Huge fan of his bajillion-dollar
Did they retire his
Ryan
number?
Gall and Drew Tarver. Yeah, they retired his number up there, the amount of scoops. Anyway, we went to the Bronx Zoo, and now I can get into real specifics.
They retired the number of scoops he had on that ice cream, which caused him to run to the Bronx Zoo?
Had to. Anyway, so... We said, please, we need work, we need money, we're low on sugar.
We just don't want to be asked any questions by any animal.
We were talking to the orangutan, 100%. We weren't talking to a man. We asked the orangutan if we could work for him.
But I guess my question is do you work during the day, first of all? What are your hours? Please answer in military time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So we work from 1,000 hours to 13,000 hours usually.
From 10 to 13,000 we usually play in there.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of work to do. You may be like, that's a lot of time. We have a lot of work to do. We're cleaning all the cages. We're talking to the animals. We're talking to ourselves. If we weren't so private, we would tell you the dirty things we say to each other. But we say
such filthy, just nasty, just disgusting.
So you guys are just like talking dirty to each other the whole time, like almost like
amongst the animals, because the animals don't judge. I don't know if you heard Smart's other idea. The animals don't judge.
Yeah, they don't judge. Yeah. But so you guys are.
They let us be. Like clearly, you're bristling at the idea of two coworkers speaking dirty to one another.
Well, I don't even know your relationship. If you're married, I think it's okay.
Well, why don't you ask us how the names are spelled? You haven't even asked. Do we have the same spelling of the last name?
Okay, what is the spelling of your last name?
It's spelled the same. It's spelled the same.
Okay,
it's spelled the same. SMARTZ.
Okay, so if you guys are in a relationship or dating and have cleared it with HR, I think it's okay that you're talking dirty to each other, but if you and if you're brother and sister, I think it's not okay.
Get out of here. Stop asking about our relationship.
Okay.
I know. Why are you trying to get behind the closed door of our bedroom where we share one twin bed?
One
Why
tiny
are you trying
twin.
to
and we always
there?
we
One,
gotta-
Okay, you guys
One
are
tiny
definitely married.
twin.
You guys are definitely married.
You don't stop
I
it.
pray.
By the way, I don't talk
What,
about
were
you and your wife. Why are you doing this?
What would you say about my wife if she were here right now?
I would say,
Wait, is that the kind of thing that you're saying to Genevieve over here?
Genevieve, I get fucking filthy with. Shut your mouth, Scott. You couldn't
Just
handle the filth.
disgusting. Just like a slop bucket. Like if words were just a bucket of slop.
We have a tiny twin bed with 2 goddamn slop buckets on either side, just in case we get nasty, Miss Jackson, if you are.
Yeah. Have you ever met Janet Jackson and Jesse Jackson?
I wish.
Different people. They're
Reggie
not related.
Jackson, Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson. I'll take any and all comers.
None of them are married, so I don't see why this is so hard for you to
Yeah,
understand.
I guess so.
Frankly,
I wonder how many hours of the day is you guys just like talking dirty to each other and not actually doing any of your responsibilities.
you think we can't multitask?
You're insane.
You just think we're lazy pieces
We
of
are
shit.
not
You
lazy
just met
pieces of
us,
shit.
and you think we are
No.
fucking trash bucket?
Not necessarily.
Lazy
I mean,
asshole,
maybe,
dick.
I mean, yeah.
dick holes.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
To
you're
be
right.
fair, I listen to the show, and Scott does ask every guest how many hours of the day they spend talking dirty.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true.
Well, we didn't know
It's
that.
usually my
Okay.
first
I
question.
We
didn't
don't
know
listen. We don't listen.
Mea culpa.
I was wondering when it was coming.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Seth. I forgot to ask you in our last segment. How many hours of the day do you spend talking dirty, and how many to your kids?
I do not talk dirty to my kids.
Sorry, can you name a
That was
couple of your
trick
kids?
question. Yeah, name a few of your
Can
kids.
you name a couple of your kids? Just one of your kids and one of their catchphrases.
Georgina Foreman.
How do they all have different last names?
Well, it's the middle name. Every kid needs a middle name, so you can.
Sure.
Apologies.
Georgina
Catchphrase?
Foreman Berkowitz.
Georgina Foreman Berkowitz, and her catchphrase is, let's see.
Oh,
Are
let's
you looking
see.
at your phone?
No, that's her catchphrase. She's kind of always solving mysteries, or
Just like an
Oh,
encyclopedia
okay.
And so
Brown type
your
guy.
other kids say like,
Like
oh,
Harriet the Spy.
Georgina. Oh, let's see. Georgina's solving a mystery again.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So we clean up the shit and then
Yeah.
make sure that the zoo is nice. So when the people come,
Are you
and they give us a
constantly
place to
yawning
stay.
when you talk? Because it sounds like a lot of everything you say is in your throat. I'm trying to determine if.
I'm having a lot of trouble sleeping in this twin bed that we share because it's just a lot of activity. And
What kind of activity are we talking?
Shut your fucking mouth, Scott. Get out of our
Why are
private
you
life.
in our business?
Anyway, we clean up the feces and and also we go to the aquatic life. We go to the bats, guano, it's
Yeah.
called. We go to the different things, the llamas, the sheep. You know, one time I was actually working in one of the zoos for real, and the things that I had to tell the people that go for the petting zoo is not to put their hands on the railing because the rams and the sheep would try to nail all their fingers at the Bronx Zoo. That's a real story.
Well, then
They're funny.
the railing
that's
shouldn't
funny.
be there then.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Do you want to run the zoo? Do you want to be the president of the
are you the
fucking
Tiger
zoo?
King?
Honestly, I couldn't do a worse job of it than whoever is running the
Okay,
Bronx Zoo
well,
right now. Hiring a couple
I'll
of
get the
dirty
orangutan
talking weirdos.
I'll get the orangutan we interviewed with and see if there's an
Are
opening
you guys
for
even
a fucking
Do
asshole.
you get paid? Are you even allowed there? All you've done is talk to an orangutan, or you just
Says the podcaster? Do
Wow.
you get paid?
Wow.
Excuse
I
me,
was
sir.
paid
I show up with a mop
$2,000
and a bucket every
a
day.
word until I started repeating them
Oh.
accidentally.
Can't repeat
And now
yourself.
I owe Spaceports thousands and thousands of dollars. So don't talk to me about getting paid.
Yeah, so we clean up all the shit.
Yeah, you keep
there's
saying
so
you
much shit
clean
to
up
clean
all the shit. There's got to be something more interesting about your job, your lives, than just the fact that you clean up shit.
Huh. I mean, I guess I never thought of it like
No,
that.
we said we cleaned. Do we say we cleaned up?
You keep saying you clean up shit. Yes. The cleaning up the shit is well-trod territory at this point.
We're homeless.
And the dirty
You're-
talk. We gave you the dirty talk.
We gave you the dirty
right?
talk. What did you say, Jenzer? You're homeless?
Well, if you followed the story, our home is the zoo. We ran away to the Bronx Zoo.
You ran away to the zoo.
And do you know what we do at the zoo?
You clean up shit. I've heard about that.
Yeah, we do clean up the shit to make sure that everybody is fine when they're around. So that way when the kids come, it doesn't smell. Nothing feels weird. We have the llamas.
I understand what shit is. I understand
Yeah.
how it smells. I understand how it looks. I understand how it feels. I understand how it tastes.
Why?
Whoa,
are you
whoa,
so
whoa, 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 whoa,
familiar?
Wait a minute. Wait. Forget
Genevieve, what did he say at the end? I understand how it.
He says he understands how it
Forget
tastes,
it. I didn't say anything. I was just thinking of all the five.
Why is Seth smiling when you said, I understand how it takes? Seth smiled and put 2 thumbs up. What does that mean, Seth? Wait, Seth, did you do marketing for shit or no?
Yeah, shit. You know how it tastes. Where's the beef?
Baby?
Oh, baby.
Anyway, we clean up the shit.
Yes, you clean the shit. I know you clean the shit. So you're.
Well, we do because it has to be clean for the kids and for the people to be there.
No, we know why you
because
do
when
it.
The
we know
people
how
show
you
up,
do it.
Because,
yes.
No, but maybe what you don't know, Scott, is that you think of animals as being dirty,
Oh,
right?
she's
If I
about
were
to fuck
say,
you up. Get him, Genevieve.
Okay. If I were to say hippo, what's the first thing you think?
Hungry.
Okay, that was kind of a... Okay, well, if I were to say pig, what's the first thing you think?
Babe. Pig in the city.
I'm not asking for a famous pig. I'm saying, like, what's something that
It's hard
surrounds
to think of a
most
pig
the
that isn't
time?
a famous pig. What, I'm going to think of
shit
some
and mud.
dumb
Fine,
pig?
name 3 more famous pigs. Go.
You can only think of famous
Wilbur?
pigs?
I know, I was thinking of that one
From
too.
Charlotte's
Keep going.
Web.
Yes, go. 2 more.
The pig from Animal Farm who was the Trotsky surrogate.
1 more.
Okay, we'll allow a literary pig.
Okay, and
Only famous pigs, and you can't think of 3.
Porky, motherfucker.
Oh my God,
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine Porky's legacy realizing that he had to have thought he was going to be
number 1.
the top pig
on the call
in pop
sheet.
culture.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah,
he's
number 1 on the pig call
he
sheet.
slipped to number 3, and then of course
down
Steve
there.
Carell.
Anyway, so we do clean up the shit because humans are actually very dirty themselves.
Look,
Did you know that,
look,
Scott?
look.
Did you know that humans are filthy?
Filthy.
I know,
disgusting
and we're
beings? And so
filthy
when
beasts.
we show up to the zoo, we are the virus.
I
Scott.
understand.
That is
Look,
the
you guys,
problem.
I had you on because your parents contacted me.
What? You talked to our parents?
They want you back home.
All of them? You talked to all of our
Talked
parents?
to all 8 pairs of our parents?
I talked to all 8 pairs, so all 16 of them. I talked to them all. They all wish
Can
you
you please name all their names, please? All 16?
Sure.
And their catchphrases?
David Berkowitz. Hey, not that David Berkowitz.
Never mind, stop there. That was great.
No, that's okay. We don't need. We
okay.
know them.
we know our own parents.
They wish you hadn't run away to the zoo.
Huh.
They're sorry that they asked if you were married.
Huh.
They want you.
Yeah, our parents should know
They
better.
want you back home.
Genevieve?
Genzer,
Should we? Do we?
go home
Is it time?
to go.
But there's so much
Ooh.
shit yet to be cleaned.
There always is going to be shit. That's a never.
Scott, shut the fuck up. This has nothing to do with you.
Yeah,
All
we're
right.
trying to fucking do something
I'm
here.
sorry.
Genevieve?
Genzer,
Is it over?
for now.
Genevieve, grab my hand.
Genzer, grab my ribs.
I'm grabbing them as hard as I can.
Okay,
Lift me up in the air
I'm
over your
worried
head.
we're getting into the dirty talk again before you go there.
Yeah, I'm lifting you up over my head like in Dirty Dancing.
Goodbye.
Oh my God, he threw her so hard.
Really
Can I
hard.
tell you something? Scott,
Yeah, Genzer, what's up?
was that real about the parents?
Yeah, it's real. They want you back, but you just threw Genevieve into orbit, it looked like.
I'm going to go follow her right now. Just pick me up by the ribs.
Okay, here you go. And
We clean the shit!
why did he say we clean the shit as his final words? We knew that already. I don't know, Seth. Look, we're running out of time.
Whoa! Good throw, my man. Here comes Genevieve.
Oh,
Whoa. Wow.
Oh,
wow, we boomeranged.
Yeah, we
glad-
got thrown back in our orbit.
I'm glad you guys are back because we're running out of time on the show. We only have time for one final
who'da
feature, and
thought?
that is, of course, a little something called plugs.
Plugs time has come at last on the Great American Podcast. Say your piece before the curtains close. Are you playing in Texas for a couple of days, distancing yourself from Louis C.K. or starring in an original Netflix show? Feed us plugs, tell us where to go. Hurt us like those little sheep you wear upon your coat. Now the fun's all done, ain't much left to say. So tell us how those LA bills get paid.
Ooh, interesting
That was
chord.
amazing.
Yeah, that was Feed Us Plugs by Sweet Baby Josh. and even mentioned starring in a Netflix show. So that's I had a couple of guests on who wanted to talk about that. But what do you guys plug in? Genevieve and Genzer, I'll let you guys plug first.
Yeah, obviously we're plugging the Bronx Zoo. Please clean up after yourself.
Wait, the Bronx Zoo has a clean up after yourselves to the animals policy?
Yep.
Yeah, animals and people, everyone needs to clean up after themselves.
So what do you guys do?
You should have asked us during the interview part. You messed up.
Yeah,
you
really
were bragging about cleaning up the shit.
You were so obsessed
and it's a
with
great
our
story. Yeah, if you could just get away from our personal
life. It
life.
is fascinating.
Right.
Maybe we can come back sometime.
Maybe. All right. So anything else you want to plug? Anything on TV that you guys like? Or
Yeah, I mean, there's that show Space Force. You should watch that. It stars Steve Carell, John Malkovich, Tawny Newsome, Jimmy O. Yang, Ben Schwartz, Don Lake, Jane Lynch is there.
What about that show? There's some specials, Middleditch and Space Force.
Oh, please. No, it's called Middleditch and Schwartz. Please, there's 3 separate Middleditch and Schwartz specials. You should check them out. Long-form improv on Netflix.
Okay, Seth, what do you want to plug?
You can catch me in the extended Middleditch and Schwartz giving suggestions at the beginning and the end.
There was one guy who kept shouting suggestions throughout the whole show.
That's, I think that might have been me, and thank you.
Do you remember 3 of those suggestions?
Knights of the Round Table, all of them.
Sure.
Small enough to fit in your pocket, you say. I guess a quarter? And I would love to be interviewed.
Right. Third one's the only one that would make sense.
What else do you want to plug here, Seth?
Big Grande's Teacher's Lounge, the podcast on Earwolf and Stitcher Premium, and the podcast You're the Man Now, Dog is an improv comedy and conversation podcast that you can get for free or on Patreon.
I want to plug, let's see, look, you only have about a week left here in the U.S. to watch Comedy Bang Bang on Netflix before they take it down, baby. So,
oh, no. Can it be bought somewhere else to be streamed elsewhere?
From what I understand, and it's not like anyone at the network ever contacts me anymore, but from what I hear, Pluto has an IFC station, a slightly on, or whatever their catchphrase is, always off. Channel on Pluto, slightly on baby, that's right, where some of the episodes reside. But hey, if you want to get like a Blu-ray going or anything like that, then let everyone know that you'd like to see more Comedy Bang Bang. I have no idea. I guess the license elapsed on Netflix, and it is no longer there in about a week.
Would you do more episodes if someone said we want another 25 episodes? Would you say yes? Real question.
25 in how many years?
You have to do no. Come on, would you?
Seriously, in how many years? If it was in 1 year,
in as many,
in as many years, yes, I would do one a year. Yes, I would one special a year.
Understood.
And let's close up the old puck bag.
You start with a C when you want to close it up. You lead with an L and then you comes and then he just says open up the plug bag, open it up that plug bag, open it up the plug bag, open it up some plug bag, open up the plug bag.
So long.
It's your fault.
Everybody wants to open up the plug bag. Keep it fucking open up the plug bag.
It's got a breakdown in it.
Open it up.
All right. That is a relatively new remix by Jonathan Astonish. Wanted to make sure that you heard that.
Are you just playing different remixes now?
Yeah, that we have 3 remixes to choose from. If you have a different remix, send it on over to us and you can get heard on this. Guys, I want to thank you so much. First of all, Seth, always great to see you. Sorry I didn't remember you at the top of this.
It's okay, it happens.
Really?
All the time.
What, people not remembering you, or?
Yes, I'm told I'm very forgettable, which is tough when you're in marketing.
All right, well, see you next time. Thanks, bye.